This huge box arrived. You can see that is my hand. I do, of course, know what's inside of here. Sorry for the shaky cam. Let's take a look inside. And it's a Commodore Amiga Model 1000 in the OG box with some more stuff. Let's unpack. Okay, so let's first grab some of the stuff here. There's a power cord. There's a SCART to RGB cord for the computer. Here is part of keyboard cable. So here's another package, which I don't quite recall. I guess this is the memory expansion. No, it's an external disk drive. Ooh, fancy. So here's the disk drive, which, oh no, has a switch on the front. But I guess it's made well, so it's okay. This is an original 1010 external disk drive, which actually was released, I think, with the 1000. It's dirty, but that is part of the job, to clean all this stuff. And the box is pretty beat, but I knew that when I bought the machine. So let's take a closer look inside. And there's more stuff. And yes, there's also the actual machine in here. We have an assortment of discs in half a disc box. And I guess here's the second half of that box. There's more discs. We will take a look at all these discs in a minute. Ooh, that's crusty. Love it. It's really crusty. So this will make a great restoration video. And it's in very decent condition otherwise. It has both feet, which is good. Nice. Okay, next up, what do we have? We have the keyboard cable, which, if I recall correctly, is just a standard phone cable, 4-pin. It's in, well, okayish condition. You can always get this back to nice by cleaning it and then wrapping it around a small wood pole and then just use a hairdryer to get it back in shape. And we will do that too. And if I recall correctly, this is a memory expansion. Not quite sure, it's a bit wobbly in here, but it could be a memory expansion. So there's actually, okay. This actually has a through port. Oh, nice. So you can daisy chain more than just one of these. Okay, and here's the main attraction, the A1000. Let's take a quick look to the memory expansion. It's in here. It's in really good condition. It's just yellowed and dirty. That's okay. And we have a switch here for whatever. Yeah, we will take a closer look at that in a minute. So that's the unboxing. Let's put all this on the bench and take a closer look. Okay, so I set up the A1000 just with the keyboard. Second drive and memory expansion is still here. And this cable was in there too, which is the monitor cable, or the SCART cable rather. And that is the sturdiest and probably best shielded and most professionally made monitor cable I've ever seen. That's, wow, that must be a really good picture. So we will check that out later. But for now, first thing I spotted was this very jiggly juggly drive knob here, which seems to be even making noises, like it's glued on with chewing gum or double-sided tape. You hear that? That's not good. It's dirty, but that is not a huge problem. So that Commodore is actually factory. Take a look from the side. It's yellowed here. You can see where the memory expansion is set, which is not so yellowed. I don't have the correct mouse, so I'm using my black mouse, which I made for my black Amiga 500. This side is rather unspectacular. It's just the on-off switch. And we have the keyboard. And the keys are very, very sticky. Some even make a noise. Listen, like the spring is broken or something. You can't really type on these because they, as you can see, just get stuck. Yeah. So that is not a nice typing experience. All the keys seem to be there. They are also dirty, and I'm actually thinking about removing the stickers. So on the A1000, the German keyboard was just a normal American keyboard, I guess, with some stickers. Yeah. That Amiga 1000 type up here is not stock. That is to be removed and will be removed. And I just spotted, if you look from the side, there's still the protective foil over the Amiga checkmark. That's quite nice. It's yellowed, so yeah, what can you do? All the feet are here, these feet are here, and they work fine. I guess they are scratchy from factory, so nothing new here. So I guess it's time to give this a power up. Let's see. So we get the red light. Springs to life and demands a kickstart. So the drive is ticking. Let me quickly grab a disk. Try to insert a disk here. Yeah, that does not even go in there. So that mechanism is definitely busted. And that eject button just pushes it out a little. And you can see how mushy that is. Oh man, that drive. I don't know if I can get it back. We will see. So that means that we can't test the external drive, or we could test it on another computer, but we can't test the memory expansion because that is an A1000 specific device, and I don't have another A1000. I mean, who has two A1000s around? By the way, screws have been replaced with just some sticky tape. Seems to work fine, but I guess we have to take a look inside that too. So maybe let's do that now. So here's the memory expansion. I have no idea what kind of memory expansion that is. It has this external port. You can remove that cover and you can daisy chain more devices like these. Connectors here. There's an on-off switch which says aus and an, which means on and off in German. So let's remove the sticker, the sticky tape. Yeah, now that actually slides out. Or does it? Which way does this have to go? Okay. Well, that looks like a pro device. Just putting on a rubber feet on top. Wow, that is a lot of memory. And it's a Kupke memory expansion. And it's from '87. And these chips are not dusty, they're actually sanded down or something. Can't actually see what's on here. Ah, that may be some kind of cheap copy protection. So they thought before some idiot comes along and reproduces our PCB, we at least make it harder by obfuscating the chips we have here. Interesting. And then there's the sandwich of memory. That looks really wild. Wow. We will just leave it for that, like that for now. So now that we know that the machine at least boots or starts up, let's take a look inside. So let's take a look at all the signatures, which is kind of the to-do thing if you disassemble an A1000. And they took that idea from the Mac, the Apple Mac, or vice versa. Don't know who was first. There's even the dog. And that is indeed a piece of history. So you can say about all the Amigas what you want, but this one definitely has its place in computing history. All these screws in the back here are holding down the shield, it seems. So that is kind of a ground plane here. So there are just some clips down there which hold this whole thing in here. Okay, so we can see that this drive knob's not actually attached to the drive, and that someone put a lot of tape around it. I assume it... okay. That explains the mushiness. So there's actually a part of the drive knob missing, which is really unfortunate because... shoot. So if you look closely, there's actually a switch back here, and I tried both switch positions and I just noticed that these two wires were touching permanently. So maybe this led to this switch not working. I have no idea what this switch is for. So since I think I have all the screws out, let's take a look inside. Oh, okay. So what we have here is a later revision of the A1000 without the daughter board. So while cutting that video here, I discovered that a few video clips are missing. So all the clips from me opening this Amiga, taking a closer look inside, inspecting it and all that stuff are gone. So I did clean the whole machine. You can see drive looks nice. I had to find a new drive for the Amiga because the one in here was toast, and I now have a shiny new drive in there. Or shiny new, 40 years old or so. Did retrobrite it, it's still a bit yellow on some places. Put my old 1084 on top. I did also clean the whole keyboard. Did remove the stickers. You can see the keys came out really nicely. I had to remove a few of these keys and replace them with new keys, and you have to solder for that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Left the stickers on for now because I could clean them up nicely. And yes, it's yellow. I have to retrobrite it at some point. You can still see where the sticker was. Didn't have a mouse, still don't have one, or an original mouse, so I used the cable of a 1351 and the case of the 3051, and one of those angled connectors. So if I take this out, the 1351 has this shorter mouse connector here, and you can buy these angled connectors on eBay. And Mr. Lurch actually made a model of a 3D printable model of a connector, but when I printed it out, it was just, I guess, 85% or so, so I didn't have the right connector to put it in, and so I decided to do this. Even if you use it without the angled connector, it's still a smaller footprint, so it doesn't stick out like that, just a little. But this right here works really nicely. And I have my mouse here, and this is an Amiga mouse inside of that the 1351 case. Just got that in some bundle which I bought, and it just was nice and clean, and so I used this one. Yeah, so the Amiga works perfectly fine now, and the drive is changed, keys changed, and had to fix this drive because there were some mechanical problems, but when I did that, everything is good now. And I will do a follow-up video using the Amiga, but I just wanted to get closure for this video here. That is my Amiga 1000 right next to the Mac LC2 and the Mac SE 120. And see you around. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Retro is the New Black. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please share. Every like, share, and comment helps a lot. Until next time, bye-bye.